If you are a real estate agent and you've been a little bit reluctant to start using artificial intelligence in your business, don't worry. Watch this video. I'm going to show you how easy it is and how amazing it's going to be for your business. And if you start now, the cool thing is you'll be way ahead of everyone else. So stick around, watch this video, and I'm going to change your opinion on all of that. Hey guys, it's Rebecca Yusan with My Real Estate Agent Lifestyle, eXp Realty, and Think Future Real Estate. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you're notified every time I post an AI for Real Estate Agent video. Did you know if you partner with me at eXp Realty, choose me as your sponsor, you will get my setup for AI lead gen on autopilot for free. In fact, you'll get all of my AI coaching absolutely free. I'm so excited to be here today. I thought it was important to share my thoughts on artificial intelligence and in real estate and how I feel it will impact our real estate community and us as real estate agents and how we do business. I'm an AI certified real estate agent. I started learning AI, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago, and it's totally changed the way I do a lot of my business. And it's completely helped me just get things done quicker, more streamlined. It's just totally changed how I do everything. So, which is great. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you today. So the first thing that I want to discuss is some fears of artificial intelligence. My mother, for instance, is deathly afraid of, I shouldn't say deathly afraid, but she's afraid of artificial intelligence. She really is afraid that it's going to take over the world. And I get it. I get it. It is a little bit scary. Everything new is a lot of things when they're new, they're scary because we're uncertain of how things will go. But back when the internet was coming out, people had similar fears. They were afraid there were going to be privacy issues, which there are. There are some privacy issues for sure. It happens all the time that people find things out that they weren't supposed to find out, and it happens. It's a thing. So it is a valid fear. The same with artificial intelligence. It definitely seems like our privacy could be an issue, but I get it. But here's the other thing that I get. The more I learn about it, the more I embrace it and understand it. And I learn how to protect myself so that I'm safe. So that's just how it's going to go. We're all learning, and there's always a learning curve with something new. So you just start listening, don't always believe the news. Go to an expert for your information. Go to somebody who's actually using it to get your information. Don't just believe what the news says, because we all know sometimes the news can be dramatized and it's just the way it is. So go to someone who knows what they're talking about if you have fears of artificial intelligence. So the next thing that I hear a lot is people are afraid the use of artificial intelligence is going to dumb us down as a society. And again, I understand why people would be afraid of that. We are an advanced society right now. And if you can use a tool that does some of your thinking for you, I can see why people would be afraid that is going to dumb us down as a society. But my experience has just been the total opposite. I am able to get so much more done because I use artificial intelligence. And for me, that's important. I'm in real estate. It's busy. It's constantly going. Honestly, lately, I've been working really long days because I'm implementing a lot of new things into my business, and implementation takes time. But the more I implement, the more I can get done that I couldn't get done before. Like even just my listing descriptions. I use AI to write my listing descriptions. I think I'm pretty good at writing listing descriptions, but if I can train my ChatGPT to understand how I want my listing descriptions to be written, and all I have to do is feed it the information about the property, why wouldn't I do that? My clients don't want me to spend time writing their listing description. They want it to be a good listing description. They want me out trying to sell their home. They want me out making contacts, looking for somebody that wants to purchase their home. And it just saves me so much time. Like it used to be that writing the listing description was the last thing I did because I didn't love writing them, even though, again, not difficult for me to write one, but I would leave it for the last thing because I didn't want to do it. I wasn't in love with writing listing descriptions. So my point is, why wouldn't you use a tool that just makes things go quicker for you and gets things done quicker? And sometimes, honestly, it's better than what you could have done. Unless you're a professional writer or just good at writing, okay, fine. But why wouldn't you use that so you can be out doing the things that you enjoy doing in your business and that actually make you money? But a listing description is important. You've got to have a good one. I see a lot of really bad listing descriptions that are so dumb and like, oh, okay, did you spend any time on that? It does make a difference. Some people, they can see a property by reading about it even better than they can by looking at the pictures. So you have to have a full package, great pictures, great listing description so you can attract people to that property. So I don't know how artificial intelligence is going to dumb us down. I think it's smart to use it and take advantage of it. So you can, listen, you don't have to be good at everything to be a successful real estate agent. You have to be good at a couple things. You have to know what you're strong in and work in your strengths. Stop doing all this other crap that needs to be done, but doesn't really need you to do it. Okay. So I feel like I'm smarter since I've been using artificial intelligence because because I'm saving time and the product that I'm producing is even better than what I could have done. And that's what's important. That's what your clients want from you. So I want to go over a few reasons why you should start implementing artificial intelligence now. I really believe there's only a small percentage of real estate agents even using it because they don't even know where to start. And I get that. A lot of people think that they have to know everything about artificial intelligence to get started, and you don't. You just need to know a couple things. I teach an artificial intelligence class. I have a 60-minute class and I have a 30-day class that really dives deep into really embracing it and using it efficiently. And it just makes a big difference when you just learn a couple little tips and you can really run with them. And then more comes, like how when you're talking about something with your family and friends and all of a sudden it comes up on Facebook, or you searched some toilet paper once and now you're getting toilet paper ads all over the place. Well, that's what happens when you start embracing artificial intelligence. Once you start learning a little bit, more keeps coming. It seeks you out, it finds you and trains you organically that way, which is the best. So if you're not using AI yet, you're going to love that it can automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks. So that, again, I kind of already said this. It can do, if you're using ChatGPT, use the free version. Don't spend more money on something that you don't need. Maybe eventually you'll do the paid version, but for now, just use the free version and have ChatGPT do all of your writing for you. I have to tell you, even my Instagram posts, all my social media posts, I ask ChatGPT what I should write for the text of the post. I don't even write that anymore because it's just a waste of time to do something that you just don't have to do. The key is to get the post out. And if I can save an hour because I don't have to come up with the copy, that's smart. Okay. So you can automate things that are repetitive or just take a lot of time. You can also use artificial intelligence to generate leads. I use my ChatGPT. I have trained my ChatGPT to understand my ideal client, the fears of my ideal client, the goals, the aspirations, what they're thinking. So now we both understand what's going on in the minds of my ideal client. So when we use my ChatGPT to come up with the text that I want to put out there, it comes up with text that my client is thinking. So like, when you see something on Facebook or Instagram and you're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that. Well, that's because you're the avatar of that person that wrote it. And you're going to have a connection because it's like they were in your brain. And they weren't even trying to do that most of the time. It's what happened. But let's say you're going after Airbnb buyers or sellers. I mean, you have an idea of what they're thinking, but what if you could really dive deep and find out what they're thinking and start putting it out there that, hey, I know you're thinking this. Let me help you. I get it. I understand. I'm right there with you. But if you're really good at helping people buy and sell a certain type of property, but you've never even bought that type of property? I mean, usually you're really good at something that you've already done, but what if you're not? There's a lot of new agents that work with first-time home buyers, and that agent doesn't even own a home yet. But who cares? You don't even know always what they're going through or what they're thinking, but you do if you train your ChatGPT to understand it. So you can generate leads by using artificial intelligence. Another thing you should start looking into is chatbots. I personally, and this is totally my personal opinion, I think we have a long ways to go with chatbots, but there are some, and I have one. I'm training him to understand me and my business, and it takes time. But once you have your chatbot trained to understand what you're doing, you can basically have a 24/7 assistant that will respond to people, whether you're awake or sleeping or with your family and friends. You could actually put the phone down for a little bit and let your chatbots interact with people. That's huge. To be always on, even at 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I don't sleep anymore. So a lot of times I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll probably respond to people that are texting me at 3 o'clock in the morning. And that's when people look at houses at 3 o'clock in the morning when they can't sleep. So what if you had a chatbot that responded to all of that so you didn't miss it? So just start looking into chatbots. I have some that I'm developing, so maybe that's a conversation we can have together as well. Another great thing, gosh, I love my avatar. I have an avatar that looks and sounds just like me. If you don't want to have an avatar that looks and sounds just like you don't have to. My first avatar was just someone else that the program gave me, and I thought it was the closest match to my brand. But I love having my avatar that looks and sounds just like me. And again, I save so much time because all I have to do is I love doing video. I'm not afraid to do video. This is me. This is my live self doing this video right now. Well, it's a podcast. I do my podcast. I put it on my podcast, and then I also put these recordings on YouTube. So it's a video. I'm not afraid to do video. But sometimes if I'm just, scatterbrained and just can't really focus to make a video, because that happens, I'll be honest, that happens to me a lot. It's because I have so much on my mind. I just use my avatar. I ask my ChatGPT maybe for some things to talk about. Sometimes my ChatGPT comes up with the whole script for me, which is amazing. I don't even have to think about it. And then I can whip out the video in, 5-10 minutes, and it's done. It's the best. It's such a time saver, and I can just get so much more content out there so much quicker. And, I've had some negative feedback about my avatar. People say, I just don't get it. It's not like some of them. I have AI generated headshots, and I like to make them talk. I think it's cool, but some people say it looks dumb. It doesn't really look like you, and it's weird. And you know what? I don't really care because the majority of the people that see it like it, and they think it's cool, and it gets me attention. And isn't that what we want? We want attention. So if you don't have your avatar yet, my first avatar I made through Synthesia, and my second avatar, the one that I have now, I made through Next Gen. And I love Next Gen so much. It's a little pricey. It's like $60 a month, but so worth it for me because, again, I get so much more done and I get the attention that I want. The agents that start embracing artificial intelligence now are going to be way ahead of the curve when the masses hit. I think maybe only 5% of real estate agents are actually using it effectively. A lot of agents want to, but they don't know where to get started. So if you're picking this up now, trust me, in 1 year, you're going to be light years ahead of everyone else because they're going to still have to learn it. But if you start learning it now, you got it. Take a class. Take my class. I'll put the links to my class in my bio, and I'll put it in this description too. But just take a simple class and start learning a little bit. I'm surprised at how even people who are using ChatGPT already don't really understand the power of what ChatGPT can do. Once you train it, it's so powerful. And not everybody knows that yet. So ask me if you want to know how to train it because it's amazing. So guys, I'm going to stop talking now. I need to get to work. But it's such a fun topic for me to talk about because I totally see how this is going to revolutionize our business once again. Just like when the internet came out and email came out, it revolutionized our business. And this is going to be the same. So just start taking baby steps, start learning a little bit at a time. And pretty soon you'll be just like me. Like, I don't know how I would live without artificial intelligence. I mean, even my daughter is working on her resume right now, and she wrote some things up and I want to fix them. And I'm going to run it through my chat GPT to see how she should write it. Because why not? She's amazing. She is an employer would be lucky to have her. She works hard and she's honest and she's good at her craft. So who cares if I get help with the chat GPT to write her resume? When I graduated from college, I paid like $200. That was a lot of money for me back then. It was either $200 or $500 to have someone professionally write my resume. And no one had a problem with that back then, probably because I paid a person. But now I can help my daughter for free to have the right verbiage for her resume. So it's just a no-brainer to me right now, guys. So I'm saying all this to say, get on the bandwagon. Let's go. The train is leaving the station and you want to be on it. So with that, go have an amazing day and I'll see you soon.